I'm having a really good time here. I got to play AP Nasus. I find it really fun.
Flores on 97. Froggen, he needs the cooldown available. Roxanne, oh, he got it! He's done it!
如果说要去注意北美队伍的谁的话，我觉得这个是要注意比尔森嘛，因为他的个人技术都很强。
Relics are going to be available. Jumps in, gets the barrier down, then comes the exhaust. Which Jonas will come out ahead? It's going to be Bjornsson in the one.
I managed to beat Kira, but I think the only reason I really beat him was because he was giving me tips. It's going to get really hard to get to the Final Four because it's just gradually going to get harder.
One for All is a very hilarious mode.
I think it's gonna be the hardest match we're gonna have so far. I would like to play blue screen because it would be so fun, like grab and grab.
Welcome to day 3 of the 2015 All-Star event, coming to you once again from the NA LCS studios here in Los Angeles. The battle between Team Fire and Ice is heating up, and both groups are preparing for another day on the Rift to assert their dominance. As you can see, the fans are lined up outside, ready to get the action underway. Super hyped for day 3, as is the squad for the Korean LCK. Looking on their phones, getting some strats down before they take to the ring and step down against the European teams. Of course, the Artificio. And they're the LMS All-Stars as well as the CIS guys. Kira, unfortunately, yesterday getting knocked out by Bjornsson in the 1v1, but still can hold his head high in there. Kasing and Huni getting a last look at Reckless before next season. Oh, super sad. Hello, everyone. I'm Eve, your Shoka supporter, along with a few broadcasters in arms with guest analyst Alex X Special Chu, Aiden's Irene Moon, and Martin the Fisio Lunga. Well, very glad to have you here, X Special. You were actually at All-Star Shanghai 2013, where you played the double comp with Double Lift, I do believe.
Yeah, that was fun. They don't have the double teams this year.
No, we don't have it here. You guys probably didn't do as well, and then they said we're just never going to do it again, or...
Oh, I see.
No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, they made it all the way to the final and fell to Mad Life, which is...
Yeah, you're the reason we don't have Magma Chamber.
Sorry.
So.
Oh, that boy. No, but how has it been for you just attending the event, a fun couple of days?
It's been fun. It's really nice seeing all the teams come to LA for once, and a lot of really cool players there. I'm kind of sad they didn't get to go to Worlds this year, but it's okay.
Yeah, it's cool that all the All-Stars are here and around, can take some pictures and talk to them. And yesterday, Team Fire, they came to life and they tied up the points with Ice, 350 and 350. And a lot happened yesterday. Let's talk about the 1v1s first, as we had some big moments. Starting maybe with Kasing versus Uzi. I talked to him this morning. He still doesn't know how it happened.
I don't think anybody knows how this happened. Just Wolf biting away at him. He's still level 1, by the way. Kasing goes in level 1, and just the best reaction, like, oh, I don't even know how I did that.
I don't know. And then he tilted Reckless for the game after.
A guy who knows what he's doing, though, is Froggen.
Yeah.
I mean, he has planned so many things. AP Nasus yesterday, he played, got 100 CS. I saw him practice even more today. I know he's playing against Kira a little bit, you know, practice 1v1, make sure he's ready for the game.
Yeah.
I mean, he's my favorite to take the entire 1v1 tournament.
Oh, Kira also has all the ideas, because when Bjornsson said Kira helped me.
All go to Kira.
Yeah.
He will tell you what you need to know.
Well, Kira didn't realize that he was playing Bjornsson, so they were just bantering about what the good strats were, and then Bjornsson was like, you know, I'm playing you later, right? And he's like, oh, well, that happened. And Cyrene, you wanted to bring up something from yesterday, the Clear Love takeout.
That was my favorite finish of yesterday, was the Clear Love satchel, because it's absolutely perfect satchel here. Any other way that it had been placed, it wouldn't have been optimal. Right into the turret, gets him away from the relic, and he picks it up for himself. Yeah. It's so beautifully executed here that, you know what, it's a jungle one-on-one, but man, at least we got a jungler up there. I'm really happy. I think Clear Love is representing in that 1v1 tournament.
Yeah, he is. And as the junglers, what have you thought of the 1v1 tournament? Some supports are still in, actually. I think Aframu is still holding the pride there.
It's been really surprising. A lot of upsets. People are just really coming to play. Afro, really surprised. He's doing really well. I mean, I don't know what to say. And obviously, Froggen beating FLICKR was a pretty surprising one, but FLICKR, I don't know, man. The Nivea 1v1 against Froggen. That's kind of a uphill battle.
That's such a strange thing, too, because when FLICKR is like, I'm going to play 1v1 against you in Nivea, he honestly has nothing to lose. Because if he loses, it's like, Froggen played his best champion against you. If he wins, it's like, wait a second, you just beat Froggen on his best champion with his best champion. So I thought that was something where it's like, FLICKR really can't lose this completely. And it was a really interesting match.
Yeah, it was super, super, super intense. But those 1v1s, they haven't banked any points yet. Of course, there's only the top 4. Yesterday, though, the marksman matchup, it was a victory for Team Fire. And there was also a victory for Team Fire in Meteos versus IWC. He played Kindred, and he was all over the map, absolutely dominating.
I mean, how is this guy a free agent? He's been on fire in this tournament. The Zac game against Europe was fantastic. This game here, I mean, when you mark the mid laner at the start of your game as a jungler and you still manage to go in and gank them and get first blood, that's pretty impressive. That is a plan. I mean, he knew exactly what he was doing.
Indeed. Well, that means that NA is not undefeated in those regional matchups, but EU and the LCK, they are undefeated. And we have to remember that the top regional squad from both Fire and Ice, they will compete in the finals tomorrow for 300 points. And any ties will be broken by checking out the fastest cumulative win times. But it does seem to be a battle. EU LCS and LCK are up there, and they will also be the very first match here today. How do you think this is going to evolve going on, Cyrene?
I think that this is a matchup that has a lot of history behind it just in this year, right? Both semifinals at Worlds, it was EU versus LCK. And looking at the teams, these guys are just stacked rosters in terms of talent. You look at the LCK squad, 4 out of their 5 members have been in the finals of Worlds, 2 of them have won it. And then you look at the EU lineup, 4 of them have been to the semifinals of Worlds in the history.
Almost.
So there's a lot. I know, almost. So this is kind of a grudge match here for EU. I think they're going to take this extraordinarily serious and try to come out on top to at least get that one victory over. And I think this is also a little look into what might be that last regional qualifier battle between Ice and Fire in that best of 3 tomorrow.
Tomorrow, yeah. We'll take a closer look at that matchup in a bit. First, we're going to look at the schedule for today, as it is another action-packed day. We're going to start with that matchup, as we say, between the European All-Stars and the LCK All-Stars. Then it's one for all. Oh, very excited for that one. The 1 versus 1 tournament and Assassin mode is also on the books here today. A lot of action and a lot of fun modes. And I heard them say in the beginning, well, that 1 for all mode is something we're really looking forward to. What would you come out with and want your team to play?
1 for all?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I think Wukong is really broken. I've been saying this the whole time. I feel like if someone picks it and the other team doesn't, then it's going to be one-sided.
Oh, that's...
I'm pretty sure you have some bans.
You have some bans, I
So
think.
you can get rid of Wukong. Syndra probably is super strong because you can use obviously all the balls on the ground.
Malphite.
I
would probably get rid of Malphite.
Flash 5-man ulti and you're good to go. Easy.
Yeah, it's going to be very interesting to see that. But of course, all tournament long, you've been choosing your top plays from around the world. And today we're starting in the European LCS, while Reckless puts his stamp on the summer finals with a penta.
It's a kill to Reckless, rather. That's a double. He's looking for more. That's a triple. He's looking for 4. That's the quadra. He will get it. The reset forward, looking for a pentakill. We're in Sweden. The Swedish AD carry gets a pentakill.
Yeah, amazing moment that was. But then we follow Huni to Worlds with a fight that he may not have started, but one that he finished.
Is on the team out. There's Annie so low, but there come the teleports. Huni has arrived, and holy crap! Everyone's dying in this fight. Reckless goes down. Zatai gets a bunch done, but Huni, the double, the stun, the triple kill, the quadra kill for Huni.
The quadra kill, I can listen to that all day. Finally, Power of Evil storms his opponent's base and secures a penta with Smite TP Orianna.
Going low, however, and absolutely demolished. Gilius now is going to go for the dunk, but he does manage to grab Cabochard before he falls down as well. The Unicorns, they're going to try to end this one right here. A quadra kill, just like that, for the Orianna. Can he secure it up? Yes, he can! A pentakill for Power of Evil.
Well, to vote for your favorite play from the European LCS, vote on Twitter by sending your choice to @LOL Esports with its respective hashtag, and we'll reveal the results a little later on. Panel, what do you guys think? I love that Power of Evil just because of the teleport smite.
I mean, as a color caster, half the picks Power of Evil bring out, you just hate him for it. Because like, Smite, Orianna. It didn't really make a whole lot of sense, but then he gets a pentakill and he only plays it once and he never touches it again because it got nerfed after. He had the Smite Kale as well, which was horrible, and I don't think he played it very well. So it's strange because you want to always figure out what he's doing, but it's impossible to predict like what he's going to bring out.
Yeah, it was actually pretty interesting because Jat did a League of Learning on it, and the on-hit build actually did a ton of damage, and I think actually out-damaged them on that patch with the Runeglaive and had a really nice spike to it as well. My favorite play, though, is the Huni one. just because the play is so mechanically fast, it's just very good execution on it. But also, we got basically a new Wilhelm scream out of it. Freak, I don't know what he did there. I don't know if that range even exists still in his voice.
Yeah, I was going to say, like, that play was such a key play in that game, and it really carried the momentum. And I think that play was the only play out of those three that was really, like, decided the game. So I voted for that one for sure.
Yeah, definitely. That's a good point. Definitely decided that one. But now it's time for our first match of the day, a regional slugfest between Korea's LCK and Europe. On the blue side, it is the LCK with Marin, Score, FLICKR, Prey, and Madlife. Fantastic all-star lineup right there. But they will be going up against the all-stars from the European LCS with Huni, Amazing, Fragen, Reckless, and Sing. Both undefeated. And the winner will clinch a spot for sure in tomorrow's regional final. So let's look at the both of them. LCK 2-0, fantastic showing yesterday, especially versus the LPL, which was the most anticipated matchup probably of yesterday, the Fisho.
Yeah, it's kind of scary when you have 5 players, obviously from 4 different teams, who are all so used to play these very high-level games, a lot of strategy, great shot calling, and so on. And you put them together and they manage to just fit. Like, you have Marin still up there, who's probably the guy leading the charge, and then everyone kind of seems to know what they're doing coordination-wise, the way they're roaming, the way they're ganking. It is super scary to watch this team, and I mean, give me this lineup in LCK, and I bet you they would do really well as well.
Yeah, I agree. I definitely think that this team, each individual player has something that they bring to it that is extraordinarily good on a great mechanical level, and they also have great knowledge. They've gone very far in Worlds. Like I said, 4 of them have been finalists at Worlds. But also, I'm hearing stuff out there where it's like, that's Korean solo queue, right? It's like Korean solo queue is more serious, and people are saying that. I don't know if that's the reason, but I think that they slot each other very, very well into these roles, and they're able to just bounce off of one another and see what the other person's giving. Are you going this way? Then I know how to counter appropriately. So I think that they have a lot of great macro sense just on individual level, and they bring it together very well.
And they also bring it together really well for All-Star. In Shanghai, the Korean All-Stars won the whole thing. In Paris, SKT won the whole thing. So it seems to not matter what competition you put them in. Then looking at the EU LCS All-Stars, I want to talk about Amazing. I mean, you've played against someone he was playing over here and then now back in Europe. And here at All-Star has been absolutely shredding it yesterday on Lee Sin as well. What did you make of his performance?
His Lee Sin was nasty. I saw it and I was, wow, that was unbelievable. He got first blood, he ganks bottom. I would be really sad. Like, it wasn't even plays that were mistakes. They were just really good capitalizations, and he just outplayed them super hard.
Read the map.
I mean, we see this from Amazing. Whenever he's been playing in Europe, this is the kind of player we normally see. He's super aggressive, you know, he's always invading. He trusts in his teammates, in his mechanics. Obviously, it wasn't the same deal when he was in North America, and he obviously had to fit what Team Soulmate were trying to do. But Origin, as well as the team, they allow him to be that carry. The All-Star team, of course, now is like, do whatever you want.
Yeah.
Huni's going crazy, Amazing is going crazy. So if they can manage to do this in the early game, and Amazing can get in and fight the score and maybe be annoying against FLICKR and so on, that's how Europe is going to win the early game, and they probably have to if they want to win this match.
So what happens if he's on a European team in North America?
He's going to be a beast. If you got 5 European players, man, come on.
That was the case yesterday, in any case. Well, we're going to kick it over to our casters to get the games underway. And as we go, Prey says Reckless may be down after losing his 1v1, but he's not out.
일단 레클레스 선수가 지금 1대1에 떨어진 것도 있고 좀 어느 정도 그래서 다음 경기 때 좀 자기 실력을 제대로 보여주려고 좀 열심히 하실 것 같아서 좀 두렵네요.
Well, a lot of respect there from Prey. Welcome to the caster desk. I'm Pulse. I'm joined by Kobe and Crepo. Super excited to get into this game. I heard Huni back there just screaming his heart out.
Yeah,
I was scared. Yeah, as usual.
It was actually really weird. He was warming up the crowd, but he was actually going really pretty into it. It was like, rah! And then the crowd started shouting. Luckily for us, but for you guys at home, you did not get to witness that. We had to calm Huni down a little bit, but I think he's excited.
Crepo got a little scared.
Yeah, I got a little scared.
I got scared.
Wait.
I'm here for you, my casting children.
Thank you.
I feel like a giant today.
You are the caster dad right now.
I'm not going to call you dad. You're the Gandalf to our hobbits, or what?
Yes, exactly. I think we should get into the game now. Let's
Yeah.
head towards Champions League because I'm really excited. These are the 2 undefeated teams as far as the regular games are going.
Yeah.
I mean, LCK did drop their one game where they didn't get to pick their champions, but ever since they got to pick their champions, they've done really well.
And just the way they play the macro game, even if they go relatively even or slightly ahead, and then suddenly they turn on that switch and the game's over. Like, they go from 0 to 10k lead in like literally like 5-7 minutes is actually pretty disgusting.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, but as we get into this one, it is super important because we are completely evened up right now between Fire and Ice. As you mentioned, both these teams are completely undefeated as we cut into this game. This could be a preview match as well for the finals tomorrow, actually, with these two teams.
Very well could be. All right, let's jump into that champion select then. I actually think that Quinn will pop up on the ban side here from the EU LCS because both Score and Prey have already used a champion to success here. Martin's actually just stuck with Gnar so far at the tournament, so he hasn't, dipped too much into the preseason batch of champions quite yet.
It's always a sight for sore eyes when MadLife has to ban out his own Thresh.
Oh, yes.
That just hurts me, It's like...
the Blitzcrank ban here from EU LCS.
Oh, Huni was like, I want to play this, and they just banned it out against him. Well, he's got the power to ban, so Huni taking that one away. Dr. Mundo, yeah, kind of as usual.
Mundo has been 100% banned. The one game he was not banned, he was first pick.
And if you ever wonder why, and you want to go into solo queue and you're like, let's leave Mundo open, let's just say don't. Save yourself that trouble. Champion is pretty broken.
Yeah, just not worth the experience. Lulu will be the following ban, and just waiting on the last one from LCK, which will be Lee Sin, aimed up against Amazing, who had a killer game yesterday. I was actually backstage with Amazing and Huni as they were just walking through the corridors, and he was like, you were feeding so hard yesterday, man. He was like, yeah, I could have gone 20-0, despite having an amazing performance, so still taking away the Lee Sin from the EU LCS.
Yep. We'll see him dip a bit deeper then. There's always been those rumors of champion select problems for Amazing and the speculation.
That was gloriously overstated though. He had 3 bans, the first pick against him, and then he picked a champion that was debatably could work, and then he just lost it. Like, haha, Molly Bear.
Yeah.
All right, so final ban, apparently on purpose.
Yeah.
So yeah, EU just decides not to use their final ban. First pick will be Gangplank.
Yeah, they want to trade it for 2 picks here on the second round. What are they prioritizing so highly that they banned Blitzcrank and left their 3rd ban open?
It's not about the bans, it's about the message. See, like, Korea, we don't need 3 bans to beat you. Like,
I don't need this.
I don't need no 3 bans.
Yeah, but I'm just interested in what the first 2 picks are now up against Gangplank. Gangplank, very good right now. Essence Reaver, Triforce, all the CDR, still does a bunch of damage.
Still suffers from the same problems though, overall, and Huni can still lock in, for example, that Riven. To really deal with that overall. Kindred's available, fantastic jungler overall. Usually, when we see Kindred, we do like some more like one-dimensional super tank in the top lane to kind of balance it out. Malphite would be okay later on against the Gangplank 2, could really just ulti him, shut him down immediately.
Yeah, which would be odd to see since Huni rarely does play tanks, usually looking for more carries, so maybe that would put Kasing on a tank support.
And gonna be the jungler and AD carry starting off. Typically don't really see those solo lanes come out very early unless it's a flex like we saw yesterday as well. So yeah, just seeing those 2 come out.
Not a lot of surprises either coming from the solo lanes for Team Ice. I mean, Froggen's played Anivia and Brand. They don't really need to pick either one of those early. He's basically just playing very high damage AoE mages for the mid lane to try and win team fights. And that would pair fairly well with Misfortune, already a lot of team fight damage.
Yeah, we saw Misfortune yesterday as well, and it's strong, but you need the team fight to set up for it. We saw the Malphite and the Alistar paired with it, and when Misfortune was able to channel the ultimate, it was great. We never really got the full channel off and never really saw the full potential of Misfortune.
Yeah, MF just needs zoning, some RTC in the front line, keep people away from her, and she does tremendous amounts of damage. Lucian pretty strong in this patch. Kalista is weaker due to the item builds, but the amount of utility her ultimate brings to the table still makes her a top tier AD carry pick. And surprisingly, MadLife sticking with the more tanky supports overall, doesn't really seem to be as interested in the mage supports.
Braum is a pretty good counter to the Misfortune ultimate. If you can't get back to stop her ultimate channeling, then might as well put up the Unbreakable in front of it and block the entire thing.
Yeah, he's like 3 answers. One takes slowly if you stack up the concussive walls. The ultimate travels at decent speed, but you can kind of predict when MF's going to launch it. And then obviously, worst case, you just pop the shield. And then worst case, Kalista throws you in. So there's 4 answers already.
Pretty good at lane versus her as well. Yeah. So if you can snag her with a snare.
Especially since she's doesn't have an innate gap closer in her kit, it can actually work for you to just Q flash on top of MF and then auto attack immediately. That's 2 stacks. If you synergize that with your AD carry, there's 3 stacks. Usually Misfortune then doesn't have the time to even react, and you will always trade flash for flash in your favor. So definitely a really good matchup if they have the synergy.
Yeah, have to see what EU LCS brings out to react to the reaction from LCK. It's going to be Froggen and Nivea once again, but also the Janna to try and mitigate some of that lane aggression, coming in already with the Brawl and the Kalista.
talk about zone control. There you go. A couple of lock-ins right there. Nivea, pretty much the queen. Rise has been banned very heavily throughout this tournament as well.
Double kite though, you're on the side for Ice. Like Nivea really wants to kite a little bit. Janna doesn't really offer too much except for disengage. So a lot of eyes will be on Huni and
they definitely have
dealing the damage really.
They definitely have the range advantage as well on Team Ice right now. Kalista, while she's great at snowballing bottom lane, she's fearsome in the 2v2, not a lot of range, and Gangplank is going to have to get good chain barrels to get some extension there for the damage.
Very kiteable for sure.
So waiting on LCK's next 2 picks. This will highlight really where the Gangplank is going. Maybe Huni will be able to counterpick them as they have left the counterpick for Huni for the EU squad. And it will be the Lissandra lock-in, so another flex coming in, and Rek'Sai for the jungle. And the last pick, we'll see where that one goes. It will be top lane for Huni. It just depends what he wants to go.
Yeah, these are actually 2 pretty good flex champions because Gangplank, attack damage, Lissandra obviously AP, so you can make them switch their runes at the last second.
Yeah, maybe harder for Huni just a straight-up lock Riven here. Doesn't have as much of a good matchup against Lissandra as it does at Gangplank in the top lane. So just hovering a Zillion for now. Kasing was toying with the idea of playing it before, but isn't going to be bringing it today.
Yeah, definitely won't be bringing it. Very skirmish-focused lineup here on side of Fire. Just once Gangplank hits level 6, he doesn't have to join with teleport. He can really assist. Like, if Lissandra roams anywhere, Kalista opens up. I mean, so much crowd control effects. Braum has 2 built-in with the Kalista face call. That's 3. Lissandra has 2 in her kit as well. You have a knock-up, then you have Gangplank ulti.
Yeah, and the LCK have been the ones really sticking to double teleports as well, holding on to those even after the nerfs. So they're looking at a lot of global pressure here from the LCK side.
As the lock-in came in there, Huni, you can actually see him right there just screaming Quinn. The war cry coming out in Champion Select. I'd be intimidated.
I would definitely be scared to go against Quinn. Wait, what's him? Anyways,
Quinn wants to start his own chant, Quinn.
Quinn is another champion that can all in and 100% multiple champs very easily. Either Gangplank or Lissandra are pretty easy targets. I mean, all you have to do is utilize the passive, and you just weave in your auto attacks in between your spells to get those Harrier marks, and it's so much burst damage. Coming from a solo lane, Quinn's going to also get to level 6 earlier and start roaming around the map. So that is definitely a champion that if you get that early kill, if you get that early lead in the game, all lanes have to be worried.
Yeah, TP Quinn is so annoying because she hits level 6 bases, just goes down to the bot lane, when she's halfway, pops her ultimate, and just runs into your lane, kills you, and then you're like, yeah, oops, top lane was missing.
Oh yeah, unlucky
never lucky.
Also, with the free instant home guards at 20 minutes, you get up to 1,000 move speed on Quinn if you use your ultimate in the base with home guards, and you can get right back out to the middle of the map in no time.
It's just not okay, but we'll be loading up into this one soon.
Yeah, definitely a good adaptation here by Team Fire. They're putting Lissandra top, so at least they can keep the Quinn at bay when she's charging in. Worst case, lock her down with ulti. We have a gap closer on the Lissandra, and then put the Gangplank mid a little safer. Can also get out of the Nivea stun to maybe get rid of some damage.
Yeah. It's so scary to even try and go gank the Quinn lane, though, because if Amazing is there for a counter gank, they will get destroyed.
Well, here we go. Loading onto the Rift. Hashtag Firewin, hashtag Icewin. LCK up against EU. Both squads currently undefeated as we get into the Rift.
All right, both heading towards top side. I like the looks of this. Maybe we'll have an early clash.
Now, where are they going? All the way into the top side. Amazing. Squad's definitely spotted Amazing. And then, likewise, Marin has spotted a whole squad from Ice coming down. Here comes the Flash Frost. Doesn't quite connect. Faker now coming in onto the side. Marin takes the extra damage from Harrier. And now Ice will be invading into this jungle, getting that early vision down. And Fire's still pressuring, but they are currently split.
Yeah, rough matchup in bottom though in the first few levels. Braum Kalista kind of only can all in, so Reckless and Kasing definitely have the stronger matchup. Maybe that's why they're deporting to make sure that they can maybe spot what's going on, get the favorable 2v2 matchup.
Yeah.
Quinn doesn't really want to lane swap either, I imagine. Just wants to get quick to level 6, have a level advantage over some players on the map, and then use that ultimate to roam.
A lot of areas going to be calling for jungle attention pretty early on in this game, actually.
Do you know that feel whenever you lane do the gank?
Please, gank, where are you?
No, why aren't you ganking?
Yes.
It's like, why?
And they usually say that after you just got a kill in a different lane.
Yeah.
All right, well, we are going to have opposite sides of the map starting for both junglers here, so if they do decide to go for the early ganks.
They did get the correct lanes. leash on the bottom, so no team coming with extra experience on the bot lane. Reckless is first. So that should be control for Europe on bot lane. Good harass here from FLICKR. Playing with Corruption Potion. Sounds like a really good idea, honestly, on the Gangplank.
Yeah, and he has gone into the Resolve tree there. He's got the Grass of the Undying, as you can see, with the green particle there.
And he has experience against and with Olivia now.
Yes,
he was
does.
just practicing. It was all a ruse.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's just reading up Froggen in the 1v1 tournament, and FLICKR will get his revenge. Very annoying to play up against a Gangplank who has the Grasp of the Undying. You just start fighting minions, then bop them with the Q. It's so difficult to play against.
Yeah, that was a little easy.
A lot of damage in return from Froggen.
That's the difference though. Froggen knows exactly the range when to pop that Q. A lot of enemies want to get it through and then pop it behind, but then once it starts failing, you kind of let it just simmer out. But Froggen always managed to pop it. He was amazing though. I mean, when a 1 HP Anivia or 10% HP Anivia walks up on you in lane, generally the jungler's there, so...
FLICKR learned that in the 1v1 where he egged Froggen twice, but been able to...
Oh, the flash away by Mara, and Score looking maybe to clean up here. Huni just dings level 3. He'll be heading into the bush, gets the knock-up, red buff as well, flashes into the minion wave. Score will have to back off, aggressive vault into the bush as well to maintain vision. Amazing comes in, looking to get the extra damage out before he retreats underneath that turret. Score will get away.
Teleport burn to get back to lane here for Marin as they shove in the wave. Doesn't want to miss out on these minions.
And Amazing pushing up as well. Huni will be going back. Amazing, no doubt, going into the bottom side of that river. People going back. Lots of corrupting potions to start off this game. Both top lanes, Marin and Huni, went for one, including FLICKR in the mid lane.
FLICKR's also getting so much value out of the Grasp of the Undying. He constantly parlays, you know, waiting for the 4-second cooldown for it to come back up.
He's playing incredibly skilled Gangplank overall here. The combination of the barrels. Froggen did walk into the first one, but that last one was really enjoyable to watch.
FLICKR skilled?
Yeah, it's like this guy's good at League of Legends or something.
Shocking.
Alright, junglers are going to pass here.
Now, level 4
it's a offside score.
Score taking a lot of damage now into Spider Form. The execute damage walking over the wall. Repel comes up, not in range to jump over. FLICKR was also there. Lower mana, but Amazing was also low himself, so he'll now head into that side of the jungle, see if he can get an exit kill. Froggen taking a bunch of damage, but not getting egged just yet. Amazing.
Does he have a wall?
Down here.
Amazing is very low on mana.
Yeah. There's Autumn, lands a cocoon, goes into Spider Form, gets some damage out. Score's still there farming the Raptors.
Yeah. Difference between Froggen, hang on. Froggen did not skill wall on level 4. He actually likes getting 2 points in Q with the additional harass and just the value from that spell. Whereas when we see expected play, he did skill the wall. Could have potentially burned FLICKR's flash there if he had the wall though.
Oh, teleport now coming in by FLICKR. Knockup comes out. Amazing forces the flash. Mad Light from the bottom lane as well. The roam coming out. Repels comes up. But Amazing already used the flash. Is being chased down. Preyseeker lands. One more auto attack for the concussive blows to Prog. That's first blood going over to FLICKR.
Stays a bit too long, and there's the early payoff of the double teleport. LCK holding on to that. FLICKR gets back in time, fully healed. And Amazing, definitely overstaying.
Really good roam from Mad Life. Should not be allowed to get there unannounced, and communication issues there.
Yeah, leaving Kalista alone versus MF Janna means that you're going to have to forfeit a bunch of CS for that roam.
Yep.
Roam did end up paying off, though.
Did work because of just the wave manipulation. Kalista and Braum actually got the push initially, then the wave bounced back, so Mad Life knew that Prey could farm on the tower safely. There was no punish because it's incredibly hard to dive with the Janna, so Mad Life read that situation beautifully, backed off to the mid lane. Here again, we see why he's picked that Braum into misfortune, cancelling that double shot.
Bot lane taking some harass in terms of item. Does Dark Seal now picked up by Froggen with the egg, still not popped. So much damage coming in with the Thunderlord's Decree as well, and the double damage coming in from Q&E.
I love it when he sends out Q&E at the same time. It's so pretty.
They were doing that all the time in the 1v1s as well.
Yeah, most of Nivea's like, when you're starting to learn a champion, it's like, okay, Q, okay, I hit E. But the problem is Gangplank can actually, I think, get rid of the debuff, and then you do less damage. If you send him out at the same time, he has to do it almost frame perfect. So really hard to dodge the double damage then.
Yeah, at this level, you might as well just wait for both to land so that you get more health back when you do remove your scurvy.
Yeah, bottom lane now. We're going back to base. And Reckless with the shield. Will be pushing this up to tower, maybe going back shortly. Score has gone back to base as well, gone for skirmishes. Still seeing a bunch of junglers pick that one up. And on the opposite side, his opposite number, Amazing picking up the Stalker's Blade for the slow.
Very slow attack animation on Nivea, so you really want to time that well to get that barrel. We saw it a couple times in the tournament so far though. Barrel denial.
Froggen misses, yeah.
Guys, he's not running AD this time. It's a lot harder, you know, when you're not running AD and attack speed.
Yep. Fragile snowflakes.
Well, Score has a beat on Amazing as he heads down. Amazing's going to see him now, looking for the gank to happen. Huni comes out of nowhere though with a level 6. Score trying to get away from here. Will be able to get over the wall, survives with a sliver of HP. And now Huni goes back into ultimate form. And we'll be heading back top lane, I guess.
Make a visit here into FLICKR.
This is a drive-by perhaps onto Faker, comes in with the Sky Strike. More autos are coming in. It's the Harry and the auto, and Huni picks up a kill.
Yeah, this is exactly what we were talking about on that Quinn.
Level 6 early, boom, there comes the roam. You have to be so careful. That's the second time that Amazing has been able to land the cocoon as well onto Score to gain map pressure.
That just feels so bad. Like, as soon as you get level 6, it's like just feels like there's 2 junglers and there's no way to get away from those ganks.
Well, FLICKR needed to flash the Q from Huni, but wasn't able to do so, and then flashed after the auto's already in the air. Can't flash the Quinn auto like you can the Twitch ultimate.
Barnes farming top of the team. I did say missing in action. There was a ping.
Oh no, did he? Because if he did, Score's got.
They always did.
Got to be really careful. Okay.
I called it.
Got the ultimate, but we'll be revealing both Score and Marin on the Tremor sets. Just kind of hovering around here. Now comes out of ultimate. Facial path comes across. Marin looking for the lockdown flash into ultimate. Score trying to get in range for the knockup, but the bolt comes down for the slow. And Score still unable to get in range. Trying desperately to do so as Huni retreats underneath the turret, returning damage with the Harrier.
Yeah, that was actually really risky of Huni to even try and go for return damage there. He didn't even have any teammates around to capitalize on the return damage. But
he was just very aware of the cooldowns. He knew flash was down.
The early unburrow right there, just outside of range. That was that nerf to Rexile a while ago where the range was reduced on it. And no knockup means Huni's able to get away with it.
Donate coming over here. Amazing looking to contest. Preyseeker lands. I think Amazing may just back up here. Froggen comes down.
Froggen might want to throw a Q in there.
Yeah. Not today.
FLICKR did get past level 6 now, so he can actually assist with ultimate.
Oh, Marin's very low. Amazing just needs to try and execute a Wolf auto on top of the Venomous Bite. Will be able to do so. Repel comes up and in range of the minions, so he is able to get out scot-free. And Froggen came up, but no assist for him.
EU Ice Team just did what Elements has failed for entire season. Make Froggen roam.
Whoa!
What have I seen?
I mean, to be fair, it takes Anivia a long time to roam around because she's the slowest champion.
What was base move speed?
In the game.
Yeah. And ultimately was only really there for moral support, as the kill already went down to Amazing. Faker getting so much damage down, but so is Froggen. Doesn't land the flash for us. Faker goes up and not down. A lot of mind games going into these trades.
Yeah, it's incredibly hard. It's like a 50-50 because you got to send out the Q where you think he's going to juke to. Otherwise, you can just walk out. Generally, you do want to cut out one of the exit paths out of your ultimate because, I mean, nobody's going to stand still in that ultimate. So that does remove one potential.
Nobody, huh? Gives me an idea for the next step of the mind games.
Just stand still and take damage.
I mean, there's a video of Rush doing that with Karthus just on Reddit right now, but they're going to shove the mid lane right here where this Amazing rotates over. Again, taking out the first barrel so it can't chain reaction. Marin ultimate not quite back up, so
he's getting so much damage down. The war cry from Huni as well. Picks up the kill as he screams.
Huni, I don't know if you guys can hear this, but Huni's like,
I think he's trying to pull out the squawk. There.
Oh, maybe, yeah. It's valid to me.
Huni confirmed.
I mean, we do have the new setup in the round where players are facing each other, so it's more the mental warfare instead of the actual gameplay here. Teleport coming in on the side.
There's a lot going on here. Huni now comes in. He literally just ganked his own lane and now here to gank the mid lane and jump through as well. All that damage coming out just on the retreat from the Score.
Oh, all of ICE are actually going to rotate up to mid here. They're going to put a lot of pressure on this mid turret, try and take it down and open up more space for Huni to roam around in.
Yeah, and Huni just overall is really good at stutter stepping in between his auto attacks. He juked the Lissandra Q with the top lane. That avoided him getting slowed, and then he could actually chase to get that kill. So while it looked very minor, dodging that Lissandra Q from close range is pretty tricky, so it just requires an understanding of your opponent, where he's going to aim, and then just really stutter step in between the auto attacks.
Yeah, also the cues that Huni has been throwing out, very accurate with the blinding assaults thus far. I mean, some people... Oh, here we go, another dive.
Oh, feel like I've seen this one before. There's the Gangplank ultimate coming in, clearing out those minions. Marin dropping low, has the ultimate, uses it on himself, gets the heal as well. Froggen will be tanking up the towers, he still has Egg. He's able to take one more tower shot as they are able to cleanly pick up the kill.
Woo, heavily punishing Marin. He is having a very bad day today. 0 and 3 so far. But yeah, again, with Quinn, you can guarantee a landing blinding assault if you immediately use it after the E because there's that small knockback, but you lose out on that Harrier damage, which is huge. So you usually want to E, then get your auto attack, and then aim your blinding assault for maximum damage. It's just a bit more difficult to actually land all of those, proc all of the Harriers.
I'm just incredibly impressed with the amount of roaming Europe's doing. Because a lot of these teams, or these members of these teams, whether it's Reckless relating to Bevan, Froggen playing in Elements, or Amazing when expected, their mid laners traditionally in Europe have been very stagnant, not really roaming that much, playing the CS game, while the attention went to either top or bot lane in respective squads. This time they're playing a completely different style, even though stylistically you would expect a farm heavy mid lane.
Yeah, and so far, definitely been working out. Remember, these two teams both undefeated, so we could be seeing these two teams tomorrow as well in the finals. Huni looking to gank into top lane. Once again, it's his own lane, and Marin is having a horrible day. Blinding Assault auto just looked way too easy.
As soon as you get Ghostblade on Quinn, it is so difficult. The flat armor penetration this early in the game.
So much value.
Plus you have that move speed bonus. Nobody can really get away from you either. I mean, yes, Froggen has been doing a lot more roaming than we've seen in general from him, but it's really been amazing. And Huni.
Well, Madlife caught out Prey, throws Madlife into the fray and score from the top side. The pincer movement comes down and Katsing will be on the receiving end. Froggen drops low and the repel comes up. He'll have to flash over the wall. Nice flash, but into Marin, and they'll get the follow-up as Faker. It's not a flaker, but he follows through with
yeah, he was there. He was there on time.
Yeah.
Hey guys, I'll be in the red jungle.
Right on time.
That was a really solid move by Madlife though. Double knock-up into reposition, and then he turned the ulti the right way because the initial part, the initial knock-up is way longer than the second one. So if you double do that on two enemies that are standing right next to you, you get so much more value.
Yeah, it was definitely a good collapse by the LCK, but also poor choice there by... Oh, here we go. Reckless is circling around Faker.
He has to flash over the wall there. Bullet time comes through. Froggen just obliterates score off to the side. Huni taking a bunch of damage, but he still gets to follow up one stack of concussive blows from the Winter's Bite. And a 1-0 over to EU just in the rotation.
We've got plenty of room here to work with. Let's see if they go for Dragon or try and get the turret down bottom. Dragon it is. Amazing is not even in the area for the smite, but they've got vision control as well.
Yeah, Dragon has shifted a lot in the current metagame. If we can even call it a metagame, this is the first time we've seen this patch, and these guys aren't even playing anything together, but priority on Dragon has gone down a lot, so you usually just see it picked up after a skirmish, after a fight, if it's like literally free, like if there's nothing else you can do.
Yeah.
Otherwise, not too much value on that objective.
Since they already had one and got the percentage increase. Number 2, not that big of a deal.
Yeah, all about getting 5, and the games end quite fast nowadays, so very difficult to get 5. Likewise with the Herald, if you pick up a kill, pick up a skirmish, head for that one.
Yeah. Now, that last collapse there by LCK in their jungle that earned them that kill was at the cost of the teleport of Marin. So now they have to be really worried, play defensively, put up defensive wards. They've lost most of their outer turrets already, so it's going to be hard to hide from Huni.
Yeah, opening up the map is exactly what Quinn wants. Now he can just push the wave and then just disappear. You don't know if he's going to base, go straight down the bottom, move into the river, dodge the wards, potentially. So many plays to be made, and Marin, he can't even 1v1 anymore. So it's very predictable for the other sides of the squad that Marin is just probably likely roaming on them.
Don't feel like Marin really ever could 1v1 in this game. Having a rough time. He's got the distortion upgrade really early again, though. So he's all about that team play.
Yeah, we'll be able to get that one for the flash, but already teleported a little earlier.
And something that did change Janna as a pick, as we see Huni scouting for some more free kills here, is that the Frost Queen's claim is just so much better in this patch. And it actually gives Janna some offense. Like we were saying in Champs Select that she's kind of only peel, only disengage, but with the Frost Queen she can facilitate a lot of picks, especially when Huni's roaming around.
Yep, with Huni down bottom side, LCK have to give up their own jungle here on the red side. give up a lot of their wards as well.
Ghost Blade, just like he clears out the ward real fast while Fire was trying to collapse there, picks him up on the radar from Rek's side. Marin looking for the flank coming down the river, but doesn't really want to meet Huni one-on-one right now.
Yeah, kind of. The problem is that what you need to deal with Huni is a flash ult from Marin. But if he does that, then he's going to get burned down immediately because there's so many other damage sources on Team Ice. With Froggen already stacking up his Rod of Ages and Reckless having a easy time down bottom.
Yeah, at this point, it might be worth just trading Mad Life with his shield against Huni, just soaking up the damage, getting concussive blows, stunning him, and then trying to burst him down.
Yeah.
While maybe Marin just ports himself into the backline, self-ults, and baits that way. That seems like the only way, really, for LCK to take down Huni.
Yeah, they're definitely going to need good barrel, chain barrel explosion there from FLICKR. We have seen games single-handedly won by Gangplank barrel explosions on 5 members of the enemy team.
Does look like FLICKR's not going for, hang on, score.
Oh, blinding assault, so much damage. Has the flash actually as he aggroes Grump on the way out. Reckless now comes in. Bullet time comes across Mad Life, shielding his ally. Marin drops low. There's the ultimate, locking down Huni underneath the tower. But Kasing's healing is enough to keep him alive. And a 1-0. Marin actually fell as he tried to retreat.
Yep, went down to the burn there, and that's going to mean EU close the loop here. FLICKR doing his best to clear the waves as Prey down bottom is actually getting teleported on as he starts his recall. Oh, he canceled the recall! Prey canceled his recall, he's toast!
Well, he's going upwards, but Huni's always going to outrun him. And I think assault, but I don't think it's going to be enough. He actually comes into the fight, gets him with the auto, shuts him down. Huni falls, and it was all an elaborate bait.
Yes, Marin with the distortion boots, his teleport does count. That's a punishment for not going with the guaranteed vault into blinding assault. He wanted to get the full damage. Oh, it was FLICKR, excuse me. Wow, I just want to give credit to Marin.
Marin, what a fantastic play
what
there. He cheered on FLICKR, told FLICKR to teleport. FLICKR teleported to the bottom. But yeah, really fantastic flash there from Prey overall. Let's watch that again.
Yeah, so he wants to get vault into carrier mark, then he misses. Yeah.
Waste of flash.
Amazing was there as well. Didn't connect the Cocoon. May have been able to pick up a 1-for-1. Oh, Marin doesn't have ult.
I really keep wanting to give him credit for stuff. Feel bad. 0-5.
I actually want to get to the FLICKR's build, but every time I want to talk about it, something happens. It doesn't look like he's going Essence Reaver IH because I feel like he will be over-capping on CDR because he went for CDR boots. Maybe he just needed a...
No, he's definitely going into IH second. All right, there it is.
Insta pop, gets his revenge coming in. FLICKR has to flash through that wall. Mad Life score still backing him up. A nice 1-4-0, and how the positioning in mid lane should be able to pressure the turret here.
I think we saw IH second, Essence Reaver third, but it feels like a waste with all this CDR now. I'll just go for double IH still.
I think he's just going with the old standard.
And this mid turret chunk down real fast. Ice pick up another tower in the mid lane. And we're going to Kasing. And Huni going back to the top sides of the map.
I mean, it looks very convincing, but the gold, even though there's pretty big turret advantage, is only 2,600 gold. So like, if the turret's equalized, this game is bang on even. So
yeah,
kind of wondering where it's coming from. It's more farm on FLICKR.
Less than bot lane.
Yeah. Well, that's one of the things. You know, while the games are quicker in preseason, there are ways to get back in it that are still really strong. Like, Huni had a very large kill streak, and giving up that kill bottom gave a lot of gold back to the entire LCK team as a global bonus, and he still has a streak going here at rank 2, so if they kill him again, he'll still reap more rewards.
I think we're finally figuring out the more elaborate parts of this metagame. You dedicate one guy as the feeder, build up their streak, feed the cow, and then you slaughter it.
Sometimes it's really hard to go kill that cow now, though, because
the cow bites back, man.
Yes. It's like Diablo 2 cow level status.
It's going to be Dragon once again for Team Ice. FLICKR over the wall, maybe had to change some barrels together and potentially pick this one up. Oh, that parlay. Not quite what FLICKR really wanted there. This Dragon should be going over. Winter's by a couple shots in the dark. Not going to be going over to LCK today. Third one of the game to EU. 5 is definitely on the agenda. There's the Void Rush. Huni goes in, Huni goes out. Huni goes further in.
Yeah, I mean, Huni's got backup, so...
Yeah, he's good to go. Actually, gonna take on the Grom for now. Score will ward over the wall. And has the smite, so maybe I'll take this one away. Actually resets blue buff taken out by Team Ice.
Mad Life used Flash and Ultimate. There, down in the bottom right of your screen. Didn't quite see it. No flashes burned on Team Ice though, however.
Plus, you know, LCK, they were able to hold on to a bunch of their globals there. They just used the Rek'Sai ultimate, which is the cheapest, sort of easiest one to use to dissuade Huni from going for one of those solo kills. They still have the double teleport from FLICKR and Marn, plus FLICKR's ultimate.
A lot of pressure around this Baron area right now.
Is there a ward? Yeah, they haven't found the ward, the blue ward in the pit. Haven't chosen to clear it, so... Again, with the new blue trinket, Baron baiting is not impossible, so you really want to make picks.
Oh, just like this in the mid lane, Huni leading the charge. Rek is trying to get in range of Mad Life, a double tap. It's coming down, blast auto, takes him out.
And no flash, no ulti, and no fate spell available for Mad Life. So
Marn trying to split push with this pathetic Lissandra build with almost no damage. Oh, it takes him so long to clear a wave. And with that, it looks like EU LCS are going to at least bait Baron.
Yeah, one more time. And they'd be a fantastic champion though if you have the vision control, because it's so hard to face her, let alone she can really cut off the path to the wall right here.
Oh, everyone calls out there. The wall into the bullet time. Huni off to the side as well. The wombo combo. And Prey will be backing off 2-0. Marin only now comes into the fight. And he was the one with the blue trinket, so there was no way for LCK to have seen that coming.
Call out a wallbang. Term already used, right?
Sure, sounds good. Marin caught out. That's the self ult there. Mad Life, another ult used onto Froggen there. Will be backing up. Ren comes through, retreating to the safety of Kasing. Goes into the egg, only goes into the egg. And the Baron goes over to EU.
See if they can... Froggen by himself now. Nope. Alright, so EU LCS. Time to get that Baron split pushing underway here. Because nobody can go 1v1 with Huni. There have to be some globals coming up.
Triple knockup from Kasing Tornado, by the way, that he channeled. Then the wall comes in. Even though Score flashes, he can't really get fail flashes into the wall, and then beautiful ultimate overall from Rek'Sai.
Even Huni coming in with the assault right there is able to keep Prey in Misfortune ultimate for a bit longer, for a couple extra ticks, and they take him out as well.
Definitely underrated that massive knockup from Kasing's Tornado really set up that play.
Score being spotted here. Mad Life and the rest of Fire are behind Huni, now rowing in from the top lane. Now's the time for Fire to try and look for an initiate, while Huni does have his teleport, and he is teleporting down into this fight. Bullet time does so much damage, and Mad Life will bring up the Unbreakable and try and block some of it, but so much of that channel went down onto Fire.
Yeah. Mad Life did interrupt a little bit, but again, a good Tornado blocking the very telegraphed movement from Score there. No communication, Froggen kind of walled off his own team there, but just the sheer amount of damage coming out of Reckless alone. It's not looking too bright right now for LCK.
Well, lane siege coming in, the barrels do not connect. Double item faker right now. Got even more crit. The bottom tower is taking so much punishment. Marin also gets chunked from long range. This tower is going to fall real fast if Fire don't do anything about it. It already goes down. And Ice looking for the engage. Score taking a bunch of damage in from Huni. And the bottom inhibitor is gone, and Ice will just turn tail.
Baron power to recall. Let's watch him come out of base. Come on, observers. He's so fast. Ah, there we go. Oh, that was 1,200, almost 1,300 move speed straight out of the base. He can get to top lane as fast as the rest of the team could rotate over if he wanted to. Stop top in mid for some minions, though.
Yeah, it's like 5 seconds to go from base to mid lane.
I think Froggen was trying to do the minor knockback on the wall there, at the time as Lusana wanted to press E there to maybe cancel that gap closer. Very minute possibility of that working.
Huni turns around and jumps into the battle. He has at least behind it, but the shutdown comes in for FLICKR. Score does get caught out though, and Amazing looking for the kill here with the rest of the team. Froggen will supply the damage. And Amazing take a bit of damage from FLICKR there on the way out. Kasing will be taking out this one. And
that's maybe the only problem with Quinn, is once you get to that point where you have so much damage and so much move speed, you begin to feel like a god and you can take out anyone. Reckless going to even the odds there with that ultimate chunking down everyone, though.
Yeah, Repel comes up. Amazing looking for an execute here. Mad Light dropping low. Will be able to get him with the Venomous Bite. 3 for 1. And after all of that, Marin also taken out after his ultimate. Only FLICKR allowed to defend this onslaught in from Ice.
That's going to be another inhibitor turret.
That's going to be another inhibitor.
quality predictions here, guys. I think those minions are going down.
What do you got for us, Greffo?
Yeah. That range creep is gonna die.
Reckless picked it up. Well, Ice heading into the jungle, the bottom side. Blue Trinket comes out. Let's take a look at that fight one more time.
Watch how Mad Lion is blocking all damage and Prey pulls him out.
Yeah.
Actually, think he's more damage.
Well, Prey actually was also sidestepping with
yeah.
partial pose outside of the area that was being blocked by Mad Lion. So he took damage the entire time. Yeah. Not much was actually getting blocked by that Unbreakable.
Well, Huni, round 2. Gets damage onto FLICKR, then backs off.
Teleport.
But a teleport coming in from Marin. He has his ultimate. Doesn't have the flash though. Sidestep, but he should be dead. 2 rights here as FLICKR picks up yet another kill. 5-2-0.
That's something that we did see from Huni at Worlds as well. Getting a little bit overconfident when he got super fed on a split pusher.
I mean, it is All-Stars, so let's just assume that he knows that he's playing a little bit over-eager.
I'm just saying, we've seen the same things play style from him at All-Stars and in competitive at Worlds.
Yep.
Huni trend. Score over the wall. Mad Life trying to get in there. That's a lot of damage going from the bullet time though. Plus to make it rain. Skull will have to back off. He's way too low to continue fighting. Has the Void Rush if he wants to get back into the fight as well. Marin, 27 minutes. He's able to take the top
He's
throw.
also got a full item completed now.
Oh, power spike, boys.
He went for the Zonias, which is actually one of the most expensive AB items now with huge cost increases.
And he's had a couple of Zonias this game already where there just wasn't that much utility from it. And worse for wear is just whenever, as we see in the picture, Huni coming out there in top speed, but Marin will just get cancelled by Kasing. Kasing picked up a Mikhail's Crucible, so his ultimate is just entirely null and void, so it may just be cast better on himself rather than an opposing member.
Yeah. That not much damage coming out of that Lissandra build. Rod of Ages currently right now is extremely strong for her. But going with an old style build, I don't think Marin's played too much of the preseason.
Phantom Dance also picked up by FLICKR in the mid lane. Also going for defensive stats now. So he is doing a lot of damage. Maybe not enough to make up for Marin's lack of, but Froggen now coming into the top side. Everyone is congregating around here, but those 2 inhibs are still down, and there is a large mini wave on the bot side. Fire just have to back off. They have to concede this turret, or they just lose Nexus turrets.
Yeah, the setup here from EU just gonna be smart. Side tornadoes from Kasing. Froggen walking up with zone control on the wall. Even if Marin goes in, the backup will get caught. Mad Life kind of has to play in the front to deny damage. Well, 2 people defending the base. You might have to go for the dive here.
Yep, tower will be going down. Ice continue the push. There's only 1 inhibitor turret remaining, and the bottom wave is funneling in. The mid lane is a little further out, so maybe Fire can mount the defense here, but pretty much do or die. There comes the Gangplank ultimate, but no follow-up. Great Glacial Storm into Froggen, just couldn't really aggress there.
That is going to still be down when Baron spawns as well, so the EU LCS don't have to overextend here. They've already got 2 inhibitors on the bottom side. They can easily just bide their time, ward up the blue side jungle here, bait Baron once again, or even just burn it down as soon as it spawns, because LCK are going to have a really difficult time getting out there to defend it.
Froggen just will be able to wall up the passage, wall us for 5 seconds. It's rank 3 right now. It's big enough to block any of those entrances.
Yeah, and with an 80 carry top and Reckless as fed as he is, they can burn down Baron really quickly.
Yep.
Like, a bit of damage there. Sentinel has revealed them up, but it's all about just waiting for Baron here. LCK are pushing out of the base to try and contest.
Yeah, generally if you want to beat a kite composition like this with multiple layers of disengage, you need to flank. But Marin right now is just not in the position, nowhere on the map, nor can he generate the split push pressure to even get into it. Mad Life will jump into the wall and out of the wall. Yeah, it's such a tough position. Because of the waves pushing in as well, somebody's always on wave duty. There is no flanking cross potential for LCK. And if you're knocking on the front door against this lineup, you will just, you will get denied.
And Baron is live, and looks like it's going to be starting Ghostblade, popped even by Huni. Both these AD carries are absolutely crushing Baron. LB down, the wall comes up, literally Fire couldn't do anything there.
Yep. EU LCS looking to stay undefeated here at All-Stars.
Yeah, looking real strong. Mid lane is going to be pushed up by Huni. Could even go bot lane right now, just pressure every single lane with those Barons up minions. Bottom inhibitor has respawned, mid lane has not, and Huni is back down there and going to take out that inhibitor.
Yeah. Unless Huni previously overextends here, this game should end in this game.
Ooh, Prey also tagged by the flash frost. Top turret goes down. All of the inhibitor turrets are out. They have to go for the engage. Marin gets the ultimate down, but doesn't pick up a kill. Mad Life on the front line, so Score gets the 2 knockups, but Huni is just taking the bait, and Score able to get on top of Amazing, but not before he just gets taken out. That's a lot of damage going into the back line of Ice, though, as the cannon barrage comes down. Mad Life backing up to base. FLICKR just dodging all of the skill shots, trying to get out of range of this slow field.
That was an instant Mikhail's Crucible there from Casino.
Well, he has Quicksilver Sash as well. So
okay,
there are two answers. Both of them were used, so.
That was an instant Quicksilver Sash from Reckless.
Yeah, I mean, Lasandra, that's one of the problems with the champion.
Very telegraphed.
Towards the late stages of the game, when the enemy carries start getting so many answers for the ultimate, it's difficult to make much happen. He's got a lot of cooldown reduction. Oh, for that ult to come back up.
Ran out of HP though.
Wow, 7-17 has been a bunch of kills in this game. 10,000 gold lead, exactly. That's not typical.
Oh no!
Oh, Marin.
He's already dead!
1v1. He's already dead! Huni picks up yet another kill. Oh, Score.
Yeah!
Like lunch. Follow up perhaps. Reckless in the mid lane, maybe burnt out here, but Prey goes down, so does Mad Life. And Reckless is pretty much the only guy who needs to do the damage there. Huni flashes over the wall. He wants the glory. He wants the kill.
Alright, FLICKR, it's time to shine. Highlight reel. 6 kills on him out of the 7.
The 1v5. Can he make it happen? Sitting on the base.
FLICKR! FLICKR! He's 6-2 right now.
He's almost there. Not quite. Oh, chunks down Froggen with the help of the laser, perhaps. Maybe able to get his Spectre down.
All right. Ice doesn't actually win unless they... Oh, they kill him!
Oh, they get the Nexus. There we go. EU picking up the win up against LCK, looking incredibly dominant and undefeated, 3-0 right now.
And North America welcoming their new Korean
They're trying out the chant, see how we like it.
Sounds pretty good. That was a pretty good game as well for Huni on Quinn, making it so difficult for Team Fire to do anything in that game. As soon as he hit level 6, he was roaming.
Yeah, I mean, with Huni making all the roaming plays, though, Reckless, 0 deaths, 7 kills there on the MF, huge ultimates, able to stack up pure damage items as well.
I mean, I just really like the map play that you brought to the table. Just the early roams, Froggen leaving his lane multiple times, joining in with Amazing, because you can definitely tell that the communication there. Kasing, very vocal player overall on his team, Amazing. Probably with Biffy had the best jungler support synergy in the West, and just bring that to the table here too.
Yeah, Amazing constantly looking for those 1v1s with Score, chunking Score down. Wasn't really able to pick up the kills, but took away all of the jungle presence from Team Fire and just allowed the lanes to earn their own advantages.
Yeah, overall, a dominant showing from EU over LCK.
FLICKR now 0-2 against Olivia.
Yep.
Found the kryptonite.
I know.
Finally, we found a way to beat him.
Feel bad for FLICKR this All-Stars because he's been getting some flack, for the play in the last couple of games. But this game, it was the best performing member. He was 6-2 on the Gangplank, and this is the game that they lose.
Yeah, the build actually, for people that didn't pay too much attention, went to the Phantom Dancer Starry's Gauge later on, so did not go for SS Reaver.
Yeah.
He was doing a lot of damage and was pretty tanky because it was pretty hard with Hysterics and with Scurvy, remove Scurvy, he was incredibly hard to pin down.
With the way the game was going, he had to do a bunch of damage as well as stay alive. He was kind of a one-man army.
Yeah, but with Marin so shut down and basically doing no damage, it was so difficult to do anything. He was like the sole damage threat on the team. We saw at the very end there, Prey just got obliterated in the 1v2 even against Reckless. So it was just so hard as the game went on.
Definitely true. Not much you could do. That's what we're like, team,
please. Can you guys stop?
Yeah, but when even the top lane is roaming.
Yeah, but the lesson to be learned here is just ban Quinn or make sure you pick it because they were Booside could have picked it earlier, I believe. Did give Huni that Quinn.
Yeah, he had the counter pick and the very last pick as well.
Yep.
So he had time, but yeah, no respect.
No respect for the Quinn. It's so hard to deal with it because there's so many play patterns, like so many plays to be made. Usually. In a meta game that gets kind of stagnant, you see a lot of like maybe 1 or 2 options for everyone. With Quinn can take so many paths. It's the same way we saw in the NA game where they actually used Bard and Zac for example to really make creative plays that people just really didn't expect. Like you bypass wards, you go over walls. The same with Quinn. She just shows up at different timings than people expect. Usually it's somebody's missing, so all right, guys, I have about 30 seconds. We actually have to start thinking about this missed call. He's already in your lane.
Plus, with the way that you were talking about with Frost Queens being really prominent in the bottom lane, picks are so easy to get with supports. As soon as the outer turrets start falling, it's very dangerous to be roaming around by yourself.
See the people setting up for one for all, I believe. Wondering what
that
champion will come out. I'm pretty.
Tom Kench.
Tom Kench, you can make like your version of the Babushka dolls.
You could actually do leapfrog.
Yeah. I want to see Riven. I think that'd be great, but I'm not sure if Huni's playing. But I know what Huni is doing. He's about to be interviewed by Dash, so we're going to send it over to Dash with Huni.
Thank you very much, gentlemen. That's right. I'm standing ringside with Huni after that victory, which makes Europe undefeated as a regional team in the tournament so far. It means you're going to represent Team Ice in the finals tomorrow. So first off, how does that feel knowing that a lot's going to be riding on that finals tomorrow in order to take it all home?
I'm really happy about like we undefeated and then we 3-0. It was just my maybe last present for my Euro fans, and then it was really having fun.
Right, because next year you get to show up for NA and 3-0 for us.
Yeah.
Alrighty. I got to ask you though. You came out with the Quinn pick as the last pick here, so you had seen the team comp coming from the LCK. Why was it that you went with Quinn in this composition?
I thought that their flex ping like there was GP and Lissandra, so I didn't know who's going to come top. So I picked I didn't want to get counters, so I picked just a good burst against both of them.
When you went pretty ham on that champion, a lot of kills picked up early. Next, though, I have to ask you about your early exit from the 1v1 tournament. When I interviewed you at the very beginning of this whole event, you told me you were going to win it all. What happened?
I think Prey is too good.
That's a good reason. That's a good reason to lose, I guess. So then I have to ask you, given the 8 remaining players, who do you think is going to win it all? Is Prey going to be the one to do it?
Prey should win because that's why I'm losing guy who.
Right, so you're basically second then. If he wins, you get second.
Oh, of course I'm second.
Okay, I'll take it. And finally, you're about to play in the one for all mode that's going to be coming up next. What do you think is the trolliest champion that your team could pick in one for all?
I would like to play Blitzcrank because.
I mean, it sounds like a few other people would like to see some Blitzcrank.
Sure. Blitzcrank is really good at like hook and hook and hook and hook.
And what do you think is the toughest champion to play against in one for all? Like, what would you be scared of having to play against?
Like kind of brand like this, like stacking CC.
That would be
stacking
disgusting.
like passive like this.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, 5 brand ults and a bunch of pillars of flame.
Or it could be 5 Tom Kench as well. Eaten by.
There you go. It's like a Russian doll thing, Danny.
Sure.
All of a sudden, 5 Tom Kenches come out of the other side. That'd be bad. That'd be scary. Well, I feel you there. Huni, congratulations on the victory there for all of Team Europe and Team Ice, of course. Thank you for your time. I'm going to let you go set up for the one for all matchup. And for now, we're going to send it back over to Shox and crew to break down that match.
Thank you so much, Dash. Always love listening to Huni. I'm going to miss him so much. And Dash's hair looks absolutely amazing. And I have to say that it kind of looks like a wing. And Quinn was extremely OP in that matchup of LCK versus EU.
Feeling a little inadequate here on the desk, just in the hair department.
Yeah.
We're kind of boring, honestly.
Yeah.
I mean, what are we doing?
Have some
Just
curls.
the side swoop.
In any case, this matchup, I mean, we got to start also. A lot revolved around the Quinn, and we were kind of discussing. She's obviously very strong, but hey, if she's there to pick, just pick it.
I mean, the thing is, okay, first of all, you can ban it.
Yeah.
You could have picked it. It was the last pick for Europe, so LCK could have played it. And people are now going to say, oh, it's boring. You know, Huni played Quinn. Well, he played Jackson. That was also boring. Then he played Fiora, and that was apparently also boring. I mean, there's 3 very good picks for him top lane, and he's going to get one of them. And then he's going to do this.
Yeah, he's going to completely take over the game. I think Quinn has been underutilized this tournament. There were 2 games so far in the regionals where it wasn't picked or banned, and I think that's a big mistake. And also, it's only been picked twice, once by Huni, but the other time it went to 80 carry for Prey. And it was completely underutilized. That's a big waste. This champion is incredible in the top lane. Just the hairier combos you can pull off with the entire kit. I honestly think that Quinn is the closest thing to broken that we have on this patch in top lane. Because once you get that snowball going, her transitional ability to make that spill over into other lanes is unmatched by any other champion in our game.
Is there any way with the comp that LCK had that they should have reacted differently to keeping the top lane down?
Well, to be fair, they could have also picked Quinn, even as AD carry. Like, I mean, you know, Prey did play it last time. He also played in 1v1 tournament. He plays it, so he could have picked it for AD carry. I think they decided to switch it up a little bit. They didn't want to, you know, keep putting Prey on Quinn. A little too broken, you know? But then Quinn took it, and then he showed that it was still broken.
There's also an interesting interaction as well, because Lissandra is not an awful pick against it, because you can actually buffer your ultimate, which stops move blocks. So as soon as the command to use the vault is in, he would actually dive in and stop, not apply the damage, not apply the Harrier, and take the damage from the Lissandra tomb. So there's actually counterplay there if you know Huni's coming in and you buffer the ability. But I didn't see that at all.
I think he also died before level 6 a few times.
Yeah, that's a big mistake as well. I mean, that's when it gets out of hand.
The question is then, is it your jungler's fault? You know, the standard, I'm dying top lane, must be my jungler's fault here. Problem is, Amazing is like everywhere in this tournament. When he's playing Lee Sin, he's playing Elise. Like, he was mid lane pushing in, he was ganking, he went top lane for ganks as well. He's basically just outplaying the other junglers at the moment. And that obviously allows Huni to do whatever he wants, allows Froggen to do whatever he wants, and that makes it very difficult to play against the EU team.
I was really underwhelmed by the Rek'Sai pick. I wanted to see a Gragas there for score. I think he's an amazing Gragas, and I think that's a better pick against Anivia in the late game. I hate playing Rek'Sai.
Would probably been the same story early game, though.
It might have been, but I think that you have a lot of options. You can body slam towards a Quinn while he's vaulting and things like that and stop that as well. I think there's a lot of ways you can stunt that ability.
I mean, the Quinn definitely snowballed too hard that game. If it weren't for that, maybe it could have been different. Lissandra is honestly not bad. Just early game is really, really tough.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the same comes down to the fact that we were saying how Marin, of course, now it looks like he was dominated. He was, in part also because the Quinn was left to her own devices and could do whatever she wanted. And on the other hand, FLICKR having a good game, but sadly it couldn't pitch up in this one.
Yeah, I mean, FLICKR been a little bit up and down in this tournament. Gangplank still requires time to be a big carry. I mean, he had some good plays, some good barrel mechanics in the lane. We were fairly impressed by it, and then we were like, oh, it's FLICKR, why are we impressed? I mean, this is what you expect. Still, when his team falls so far behind, because bot lane as well, it's just like reckless farming versus Prey, nothing really happens, and all about top lane matchup, and obviously when Quinn is so strong and can snowball, it gets out of hand.
Yeah, absolute snowball match. But with that, it's kind of fitting what it banks Ice another 100 points, 450 versus 350. And it also means that we will see the EU LCS All-Stars tomorrow in the regional best-of-3 showdown. And it's looking likely that it might still be against the LCK, of course. It could also be the NA LCS if they manage to win their game later. And they do it faster with cumulative game times than the LCK All-Stars. But if it was to be a repeat, LCK versus EU in that best-of-3, who would you give it to?
Well, if Quinn's banned, I think, honestly, I think LCK is a better team just because they're just really good. I mean, even though they lost that game, they had really good moments, and ELCS had really good synergy as well. But I think without the Quinn, it's going to be a lot harder for them to win without Snowball. They have to kind of snowball, I feel like. I think LCK is just overall a smarter and stronger team, but EU is really good as well.
Yeah, I also think it's the difference between a best-of-1 and a BO3. EU is going to come out with the strongest things very quickly and say, we have to take those power picks, and Korea is going to say, well, we can play that best-of-3. Even if we lose a game down, we know how to adjust and come back in the next two. So I would think LCK would be able to adjust and take it home.
I mean, we see this from Korea very often. They leave some of the OPs open in the best out of one, and then when you get the series or the best of series, they ban them or play them. I think the teams are very even, because I think like Froggen and Amazing and so on are able to challenge FLICKR and score. I think the bot lane is like basically just a farm fest every game. So it's about Huni versus Marin. And I think if Huni is not on a snowball champion, doesn't get this good of a start, Marin will be better. That could be the decider. I think it's going to go all 3 games.
Well, it could still be an NA LCS versus EU LCS All-Stars matchup as well, left to be decided. But we're going to step away while Team Fire and Ice prepare to face off in our one-for-all mode. The 2015 All-Star action continues in just a few minutes.
Wait, so if you take Lee Sin, what does Amazing play?
More autos are coming in as the Harrier, the auto, and Huni picks up a kill. So much damage down. The war cry from Huni as well.
Quinn!
Oh my god. Oh, everyone caught up. The wall into the bullet time. Huni off to the side as well. The wombo combo.
Yeah. No flash. No flash.
Lissandra from side. Okay, Lissandra no E. Lissandra no E. Lissandra.
Look.
EU picking up the win up against LCK, looking incredibly dominant.